The streets is not for the weak, my homie. Now, it's been confirmed, alright? Rolling 60 Crip that Bricc Baby essentially gave his whole life to told on Bricc Baby. And I'm not somebody to say anything. I'm just a civilian and I do my thing. But so it's probably not my place to speak on this, but I'm gonna have to. Because I do think loyalty do mean something, and it means something in a very special way. The thing about this situation is everybody is strangers, and for you to be in the gang with somebody and they get in trouble, well, both of y'all get in trouble, who you think gonna want to get out more? The scarier motherfucker or the motherfucker? Oh, man, loyalty is a motherfucker, cause he essentially gave his life to Rolling 60's, and somebody from the Rolling 60's snitched on him. Wow. I'm starting to think this person is the real reason the feds is on Bricc Baby, to be honest. Back in 2022, Bricc Baby was conducting some business. Now, while conducting business, some trouble found him. It is believed that Bricc Baby was conducting business within the 60's. Don't let me tell you, because I don't know nothing. I'm going to tell you that. Or within the adjacent neighborhood. We'll see. Who is that? Who is that I might know? Now, while he was conducting business there, two men approached Baby. Well, Bricc Baby. You know what I'm saying? And it was unclear what the conflict was about or why the two men approached Bricc Baby. But apparently those two men was familiar with Bricc Baby. Now it says defendant is charged with repeatedly possessing a firearm and ammunition despite numerous felony convictions. Defendant is now charged with multiple counts of possession of firearms and ammunition, all in violation of 18 U.S.C. S922G. The first charge stems from defendant shooting 3 bullets in a business parking lot in July 2022 to ward off would-be robbers. The second charge involves all the firearms and ammunition found at his home in June 2023. Both of these charges follow 5 felony convictions from 2010, 2012, 2014, 2016, and 2020, respectively, while the pretrial services report includes a longer criminal history without state convictions. Which is crazy. I just don't understand. So with this whole thing, with the first charge stems from the defendant shooting 3 bullets in a business parking lot in July 22 to ward off would-be robbers. How is he? I understand if he's a convicted felon. So what they charging him with? Possession of a firearm, discharge of a firearm. I can see that because you're still gonna get your charge for that. But I hope that, man, that's just stupid. It say would-be robbers though. That is no comment. Like, what the? I guess because he in Rolling 60's, that's a conflict right there. But I don't think he intentionally. Police be on bull. Damn. Now this is actually tricky because Bricc Baby was never actually charged with the shooting, where shooting somebody. However, the Fed said that they found ammunition that belonged to the gun that Bricc Baby supposedly fired shots with 3 bullets, which is crazy. They just looking for something at this point. That's what I'm like. Y'all ain't no. They just looking for something to charge you with. One thing you gotta think about is how do the feds got record of this? One thing was Bricc Baby never was charged for this or arrested for this. So how did the feds know that he let off 3 bullets in the business parking lot in July 2022? Oh yeah, this is a snitch for sure. And he know who it is, or unless he got a lot of people that he hang around with. The only people that had record of this was Bricc Baby and the people around Bricc Baby. So whoever said this or told the police this is something that should never been told to the police because it should never been out. Only you and your civilians that you was around should know this, or the people that you supposedly, shot. When Bricc Baby tried to get a bond, the feds supposedly said that he shouldn't get a bond because of this particular incident, where it says the nature and circumstances of defendant's offenses unequivocally weigh in favor of detention. Defendant's offenses possesses multiple firearms on multiple occasions and over 125 rounds of ammunition, some of which he fired or serious. The defendant fired at would-be robbers in a business parking lot, and less than a year later was found with firearms after purposely pointing them at his partner and child, only confirmed that the defendant should not be possessing firearms. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I saw that, I heard it, I heard the tapes. Bricc Baby, your ass wild. You I don't know what in the hell, like you trying to get your baby mama knocked off, and I don't respect that. Don't ever let a girl trick you out your spot, cause you let her get to your feelings, and you feel me, you got hella mad at that girl. Don't ever let no hoe get to trick you out your spot. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that girl get to you over there. Everybody's recording the message and shit. Yo, man, that shit right there, I ain't gonna lie, that shit right there, I don't respect that at all. You feel me? But hey, to each his own. Now, the only thing that we do gotta come back into and keep talking about is, how do the feds know that he let off 3 shots in that parking lot? He was never arrested, never booked, or anything. So somebody around Bricc Baby Association or Rolling 60's or anything said that he did that, or himself. Well, here's what happened, because I got the whole breakdown, you know what I'm saying? And when the feds had Bricc Baby on wiretap, somebody approached the feds and gave them a tape of this shooting. So how did they have a tape of this shooting? We don't know. And why would somebody be video recording this shooting? Is hella snitch offense. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody had possession of this tape, and you do ask yourself, how did that person get possession of that tape? Now, this person had access to the business cameras. Now, that's a very different, very different story. You know what I'm saying? Local mom and pop shops, they was there. They had cameras. And because this was a situation that happened between 60 Crips, a 60 member had access to them cameras. I might be like, damn, how do I get all this information? How do I get all this? Don't worry, man, we got it. Now, from sources that been around Bricc Baby and been around him and know him, they did say that Bricc Baby was kind of concerned about that tape, and that he thought that somebody was actually snitching on him or telling, you know. You know, when you get that feeling in yourself when you know, you're like, it's hot. It ain't hot outside. It's hot tension. It's too much how you gotta move to let it die down. Right now, it's too hot. You feel me? The thing about this situation is, for you to be loyal to certain people and they ain't loyal to you. It just comes down to everybody ain't loyal, and you shouldn't expect anybody to be loyal to you. Just the ones that are loyal or real. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, Bricc Baby did break off a lot of relationships prior to his arrest. So that is telling you that he might have known that this was happening or was gonna come. I just want to know is, why is that's literally just picking on somebody. That's literally just picking on somebody. We're the feds, that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, Bricc Baby, you is on this podcast flexing, flaunting like you rolling 60, cripped out, ready to get everybody, feel me? And you is slow for having that pipe on there. Now, they never charged them with the charge of the firearm or discharging. They charged them with being in possession of a firearm while a convicted felon. Now, when they raided his crib, Bricc Baby's crib, they did find guns that was related to the ammunition that was let off in that parking lot. Now, if you listen to Bricc Baby's first jail call, that jail call supposedly from close friends of his said that it was very cryptic to them. You know what I'm saying? It was very, very, well, let's not talk about it. Let's just listen to it. And then talk about it.
All of this started November 2020. They let Blue Jesus out of the county jail, man. I came home to a lose-lose situation, man. You know what I mean? One of my best friends, coming up on the day of all the stuff that's happened, and I'm sitting back on my bunk, and I'm sitting there just going through stuff, and one of my best friends and my brother got into a mean incident that turned out crazy, man. And my best friend still my road dog, whether he here or gone. And I ain't even had a chance to mourn him publicly on the streets because everybody tags me with another man's business. You know what I mean? Me and Eric have nothing to do with each other. You get what I'm saying? Me and Nipsey are, it's like you guys are closing me out to where I can't even love my brother the right way or mourn for my brother the right way. I think the world kept that they dukes up against me from the get-go. You know what I mean? Right now I look back at all the hate on the streets. The internet really didn't know till I opened them up, but as soon as I came home, it was everybody against me. Everybody against me. The record deals, the record labels, all my homeboys in the industry, all of them. It didn't matter who it was. They were scared to be out with me publicly unless it was YSL. They were scared for me to come around because of my name being connected to that. I had no win. So you sit back and you watch all the hate. Blind stares from a million pairs of eyes. And they screaming, put him down. Oh yeah, they running parades that the Bricc Baby in jail. You know what I mean? These are all the same people. Gotta pay attention. I can't talk too much, but you gotta understand. This has nothing to do with what I'm going through right now, but deep thoughts, it's like, where did everybody start hating me? Where did you start hating Bricc Baby? Because I got a whole lot of people that love me, but where did you start hating me? Because everybody got a biased opinion of the Bricc after they figured out the relationship. I'm going to let that sit there because I don't want to, you know what I mean? Even to the point to where the people that still represent the Marathon Foundation and the All Money In Foundation, you know what I mean? They resent the Bricc and they deal with people that hated Nip. And they know they did, but since he died, they've been being riders, meat eaters, you know what I mean, to the association and coming around just for the celebration, man. And y'all forgetting all the past events that happened. Because I really was there. But that is, you know, we're not going to talk about nothing in specific over this horn. Rest in peace to my boy, though. That day coming up and it's hard every time. I never celebrate this day. You going to see people celebrating this day. Pay attention. You know what I mean? Second, these people out here.
This call is from a federal prison.
That's over with, so I'm not even connecting this conversation to that, right? But everybody out there be begging for the title. Everybody begging for the title, but they name never get called, right? You know what I mean? You out there, you super representing this your section, this area. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. I'm just trying to figure out why they name don't never get called. And the real ones don't never catch no break like you dudes that say that y'all real ones. Y'all tack on 1 million different extra joints a year. Just be right there. You You know what I'm saying? Everybody want the title, you know what I mean? But the name never get called, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't help.
Now, from that jail call, it do seems like Bricc Baby is suspecting that something or somehow this is coming back on him from the Nipsey Hussle and Eric situation. If you don't know, Nipsey Hussle was supposedly, well, he is convicted for it. He was gunned down by Eric, a Rolling 60 member, which was Bricc Baby's friend, allegedly. I'm gonna tell you right here, right now, the feeling of having anybody against you and you just still here and you still doing it and you ain't worried about what anybody got to say or how they gotta say about you because you know who you is and how you is. I can really see this right here because it's just like me. I really don't care what you say, what you put in my name or try to conclude with my name. It will never be that. It will never be that situation that you are saying. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always gonna stand 10 toes, 3 toes, 4 toes, you know what I'm saying? Every toe, nigga, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can see in this situation is really like I can feel this shit was taking a toll on Bricc Baby. No cap rap, no lack, no spat, no you know what I'm saying, whatever you gotta say about that. They did Bricc Baby wrong. Now hopefully he gets to speak on it sooner than later. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think on this situation. You know what I'm saying? It really got touching at the end because you can tell that Bricc Baby knows something. Well, no, let me not say that. Bricc Baby know a lot. So it comes down to the past and how the future is gonna be. But y'all tell me in the comments what y'all think about this situation. God damn, I think they did Bricc Baby wrong. Lawyer nigga, being lawyers, I can see they think, I don't know. Give me y'all opinions in the comments, and I'll read it and we'll see. Thank you. Duwop is out. And like, comment, subscribe, because you know a lot of people don't make it this far anyway. Duwop and I'm out.